dear Alexander and Andrei, I would like you to know that, of course, Sakhalin region would be ready to support initiatives in developing the agricultural center and the eastern vector of the country's development, which the government set off, ensures that there is enough attention on this side of the state, which is focused on population growth in the Far East and the growth of its well-being. Talking about the development of the agribusiness, we of course bear in mind the demographic situation, and we should focus on the imports substitution and supplying food products to populations at fair prices. And in the Sakhalin region, agribusiness challenges are quite acute. We have up to 70% of food imported or delivered from other regions, which has to do with the quality and high delivery price, and that leads to lower consumption of meat, milk, and the consumer's basket cost is higher. So in the nearest terms, our aims are to provide population of Sakhalin and Kuril Islands with a wide range of products, and here I would not like to touch the problems of developing fisheries. We discussed them with Alexander Nikolaevich, and in the following sessions here at East Russia Forum, we will make some more presentations on that. Regarding the agri-business, we are ready to invest, and we are preparing the program. We would like to invest up to 15 billion rubles till 2020, and we would be ready, in case the project is successful, to raise it up to 30 billion public rubles, and the priorities are the meat, cattle, and milk cattle, and storage for grain storage facilities. And as for dairy produces, we want to build a number of farms which would allow us to reach the level of 100,000 tons of milk per day, and this will cover our need by 75% instead of 25% we have today. We also want to build a complex for 15,000 tons of pork. We have investors, and of course from our side we consider the opportunities on how we can finish the design work up to before the end of 2016, so that in 2017 we would be able to produce our projects. As for today, Sakhalin has only 1% of its own poultry, and we have no bird meat at all. And we decided to build a broiler producing facility at Ostrovnaya farming, which would produce 15,000 tons per year, and that would allow us to increase the volume of our own production up to 60%. As for meat, our own produce is just 7%, and our population also suffers from shortage of vegetables, and we need to add some 8 hectares more of greenhouses, and we also need the grain elevators of 150 tons of capacity, and also facilities for storage for swine breeding and for fodder storage. So that would allow us to subsist ourselves with the meat of bovine cattle, with proteins, with the fresh vegetables, which would reflect into the health and the demographic policy we have in the region currently. And it would allow us to supply the residents of the region with the necessary products. And given the distance from the Asia-Pacific region countries, we would be ready to focus on offers from investors, which would allow us to invest into the neighboring countries. The advantages are evident. We take into the account some lost positions in the development of the agribusiness in the Sakhalin region, and we are ready to invest up to 90% in implementation of the project.
And we are ready to cooperate with experienced companies, and we can share the expertise with the developing companies. And of course, we are ready to work with those who meet the current requirement. Our program also presupposes subsidies to the interest rate of up to 90%. So I believe that the region of Sakhalin is a platform that will welcome any investor, experienced investor. And of course, we have huge tasks. In 2015, we have to complete the design stage, and in 2016, we have to start construction, and we have to start bringing in the poultry and cattle. And I believe that it will be a good contribution into the development of the Russian Far East as well as the Russian Federation. And happily, in dairy products and in vegetables, we have 25% of subsidies from the state that will also ease our project, enabling us to go to different forms of interaction. And of course, all these projects will be accompanied by deep processing. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.